hello. Hi, Anne. How are you? Just waiting for myself to pop up here. Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I think we're going to have something fun to do. Oh, for heaven's sake. There I am. Okay. It takes so long. That lag time is crazy. Oh, where'd it go? No, no, no. Ah. Oh, are you kidding me? Hello, hello, everybody. I am trying. I clicked on myself and I disappeared. Oh, there I am. Okay. Sweet. So, hi, Anne. Suzanne, hello, hello. Hi, Mama. Thank you. Suzanne, thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. Hey, Valerie. Welcome. Hey, y'all. In case you don't know me, I'm Christelle, and I am obviously the owner of Christelle's Country Creations, and I'm the designer. If you're new to my lives, if you wouldn't mind sharing me, share me everywhere. Tonight we're going to do something kind of fun, I think. So my idea for you guys is I want to bring you like something different, something that's, I don't know, maybe not everybody's doing, or something you thought about doing and you don't know the mechanics on how to make it come to fruition. So my goal is to share that knowledge with you and help you progress your business, or, you know, make things around your house that would be fun. Hey, Michelle. Hi. Thanks, Mom, for sharing. If you wouldn't mind sharing, I would so appreciate it. So tonight I have here, do y'all guess what this was, right? So this is going to be a witch's cauldron centerpiece. So I'm going to show you how I made it. And it's made from, like, Dollar Tree is everything right now. Everybody's all about Dollar Tree. So I decided to go there and try to come up with some neat new designs that maybe other people didn't have out there. So this is going to be my witch's cauldron. So we'll get to the decorative parts, but until then, I'm going to show you how I got there from here. So, hey Virginia, welcome. Hey y'all. So these I purchased from Dollar Tree, and they're just $1, which is awesome, right? Because we're all about saving money where we can. So I'm just going to take the tags off all of these. And so I wanted to create a centerpiece. So what I was thinking is, how am I going to get this to stand up in a way that I want it to? So this is just what I came up with. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Hello, hello. Hey, Michelle. I'm well, thank you. All right, so I am going to just kind of zoom in here. I took some handy dandy zip ties, okay? Hey, Jeanette from Ohio. Thank you very much for popping in. So we have these Dollar Tree frames, and this is, I think it's their like 14-inch or, yeah, 14-inch wreath frame. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our half of, find the center here. See how there's 2 marks here? You're going to place this about the same distance here and here away from the center. So, and then we're going to run a or a zip tie through here and pull it tight. And it takes a few of them to get it so it won't move, you know, because you don't want it to move. And we are also going to be putting glue on it so it won't move later. So, and so tonight it's a little bit of mechanics behind. Hi Virginia, hi Cara, Brandy, hi. Oh, you did? Nice. Thank you for joining us, y'all. And we just cut these as we go. So that's 1/2. So, and we just want to manage it so it's about the same distance here as here. And if you'll notice, I already made a mistake. And I'm going to correct that real quick because I want this to be perfect for whoever ends up purchasing it. So I go to the second rung up is where I have been doing it. I've had better success doing it like that. So, hi, Christelle, how do you say your name? My name is Christelle. And I hate it when people get my name wrong. Oh, Cara, I'm so looking forward to getting what you're sending me. I'm so happy that I won. And tonight you all, oh my gosh. Okay, so we're up to 80 people. So I am doing a giveaway tonight. So we're already doing one. So I hope you also saw the sign with the little bow that I'm going to be giving out later. So we're up to 1. Let me know if we get up to 100. Then we'll do 2. So we're just going to do the same thing with this one over here. You're just going under that first rung, or the second one up, I'm sorry. And you're pulling super tight. And then you're going to come over here and do the same thing. Okay, thanks, Crystal. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. So, we are making some Dollar Tree cool things that I haven't seen a lot out there. So, I just wanted to show you the mechanics of being able to do this. And then you can apply these mechanics to, thank you, Cindy, for sprinkling the love. You can apply these mechanics to other things. So this doesn't have to be just a pumpkin, right? We can make it whatever we want. So then I'm going to come up here and zip tie this so it stays together. 111. Wow, we're doing 2 giveaways. Oh my gosh, y'all. We are giving away both those signs and with those bows tonight. I'm so excited. Thanks y'all for joining. If you wouldn't mind sharing the love, I sure appreciate it. So we all love Dollar Tree because it's got such cool stuff, and you can take their stuff and create so many different ideas. So, okay, and this is not going to go anywhere. This is a strong foundation for whatever you want to build onto it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just adding some hot glue, and it's going to drip because I do not want these going anywhere. So I just add a dollop of glue to keep them secure. And I'm sorry, y'all, I don't have a mediator or anything tonight. 124. We're up to 124. If we get up to 150, I will find another sign and make another bow, y'all. So, all right, so these up here are going to be fun. Well, no, we'll just do a little dollop. Hot glue is our friend. Now, when I made the cauldron base, now I thought about using Dollar Tree, I thought about using Dollar Tree mesh, but it would have been more expensive in the long run to use the Dollar Tree mesh than it was just to use a 21-inch mesh in the way that I'm going to do it. So, you know, financially it just didn't make sense to use the mesh from Dollar Tree. So, anyway, so here is our base. Now you kind of know how we got from there to here. 154, y'all. I will find another sign. All right, so this is how we got to here. And this is so now I'm going to show you. I'm going to be using orange tonight, okay? I'm not going to be using black because next week I'm going to show you something else that I'm making, and so I might as well start it tonight. Now let me show you how I started this. So I picked a spot on the bottom, okay? Can you see good enough? Let me see if I can zoom in a little more. There we go. 163, y'all. Man, y'all are making me a little nervous. So let's put it inside so we're not going to be able to see it later. I'm going to go around the bottom frame and the pumpkin so that I get it nice and tight and it's not going to go anywhere. And anything on the inside, of course, you're not going to see. So let's zip tie that super tight, y'all, and you got to pull them real tight. Okay, so now comes in a little bit more difficult thing that you're going to do. So undo, I don't know, 10 yards or so of your mesh. Now I wish I would have had fabric mesh to do the cauldron, but I did not. Out of all the hundreds of rolls of mesh I had only basic mesh, and it has a little bit of a sheen to it. I would have much preferred if the cauldron had, hi Amanda. Oh, thanks y'all for sharing the love. So if the cauldron would have been from this fabric mesh, it would have been more dull, a little bit more like a cauldron. So I'm a little bummed that it didn't turn out quite the way I wanted to, but we make do with what we got sometimes, right? Okay, so the trick to the weave on going around is, or at least how I do it. Now there's going to be all kinds of ways you can do this, but I go over 2, under 1. So it's your basket weaving. So over 2, under 1. And then you just pull it through. Now this fabric mesh is a lot easier to do that with than the other mesh. And what you're going to do is you're going to keep that pattern throughout the whole thing. Okay? So, and this part is cumbersome, so I might not do the whole thing, but just enough so you guys can get the point. So then we're going to go over 2, under 1 again. So you just continually pull that through. So we're like doing basket weaving 101, right? Does that say 244 people? 250 people? Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. I'll keep finding the signs. You keep sharing the love. So here we go. We went the under 1, over 2. So we're just continually grabbing our end, going over 2, under 1. So, and then just pull that again. I found this kind of easy if you kind of put your arm in between there, it doesn't grab so much. So does this make sense to y'all? Hey, from New Jersey. Hi, Linda. Hi, Kathy from Texas. Brandy, thank you for sharing the love, y'all. Thank you. Y'all are going to make me go broke with all these signs with ribbons that I'm going to have to give out tonight. Okay, so we went under this one, so we're going over these two, under this one. And wait till y'all see what this is going to turn out to be. It's not going to be like, so the cauldron we're going to finish tonight, but this one is for the tutorial, probably either Friday or next Wednesday, that I'm going to turn this into something, and it's going to be super fun, y'all. Okay, so again, 2 over 2 under 1. I tried doing this when I first did it with the whole roll, guys. Oh boy, I was like wrestling a snake the whole entire time. Now you just want to make sure as you're going that you get all, now it's going to look layered, but you just don't want little bits sticking out. So if you get a little bit, just make sure you're catching it as you go. So when you come back around, the next two that you go over, this one, you just don't want two that are under at the same time. Too much of your bar will show. So when you go over 2 and under 1, this time it should be opposite from what is beneath it. Do you understand? So there we go. So we're going over these two and under this one. So just keep weaving, keep weaving. All right, over 2, under 1, and see, this is over, so this next one needs to be under. And you could choose to do a different weave. You could choose to do, instead of 2, just doing 1 or doing 3. You can really make it your own style and your own design. Okay. So, sorry, my bra straps are falling down. So on the end here, we're still going over 2, under 1. Okay. Over 2, under 1. And you're just making sure each time that you're the opposite of whatever one you're going under with. So, and you'll just start to get a real pretty layering effect. Over 2, under 1, and swish it down as you go. Now I will say with the mesh, if you use, the fabric mesh is laying a lot better than the deco mesh is. If you use deco mesh, you'll want to cut yourself some wires that are probably, I don't know, say 20 inches long. And you'll want to kind of wrap the wire around this inside part. I'll kind of show you here. I don't think I'm going to have to do it with this fabric mesh because it just lays a lot nicer. But if you're making it and you're using deco mesh, you might want to know. So just go down here and on all 4 corners, so the end and the 2 sides, you're just going to wrap this around and you're going to leave it up here. And as you get higher, you have to kind of pull down that other mesh. And then you just stick it under here until you brought the next one around. Does that make sense? Holy crap, 302, y'all. You guys let me know how many I'm going to have to do later. Okay. So, that just makes it easy for you. So, but I don't think we're going to have to do that with this fabric mesh because it just lays so nicely. Those of you that follow me know that fabric mesh is my favorite. Okay, we went under that one, going over 2, under this one, and it is in fact the opposite here, so you never want to have 2 under at the same time. Now, with the black mesh that I used on the cauldron, that took 1 roll. Now this, I don't know if it's going to take more than 1, but look at that pretty weave we're getting. Isn't that nice? Do you guys like that? It's awesome. Okay, So over 2, under 1. Okay, now, so the under 1 bit is back here, okay? So I want to keep that because I don't have enough to continue, right? So what you're going to do, hold that mark, grab your mesh, and just gather it together, that other end that you had. Gather it together, put the ends together where your thumb was, okay? And then zip tie that. Oop. Okay, hold on. And I'll show you why it was important to kind of mark that. Okay, zip tie it, pull it real tight, and cut off your end bits about a 1/2 inch or so away from your zip tie. And this was the easiest way that I found to do this. And then pull yourself out maybe 10 more yards of the mesh, and then just cut it. So then we're going over 2, under 1, and now we've got this big long snake that we've got to deal with again, but it's okay. And if I held my thumb like I was supposed to, that bit is behind the bar, okay? So behind the bar is where you want it, okay? So, yes, Dollar Tree pumpkins rock. Hey, Michelle from Palm Coast, Florida. Hello. 311 is what I see on there now, y'all. Wow. Y'all are crazy. Thank you for joining us. If you wouldn't mind sharing my page, I sure appreciate it. So we are doing a cauldron tonight, but this one is to, I'm showing you how to do it, and it's prepping me for the next tutorial that we're going to do on a fall design instead of a Halloween design, or a centerpiece. So over 2, under 1, that's just what we're doing the whole way through. And once you have this foundation thing made, now see it wants to creep up. We may have to do that wire that I told you about because we don't want it creeping up. In the meantime, I'm going to see if this will work. Okay, it just keeps it up because we don't want it to continually go up. So over 2, under 1. I'm glad, yeah. I was hoping it would be a good, I have got so many ideas, y'all, that I have about Dollar Tree stuff, and not all of them are the frames. Some of them are just some really cool ideas that I'm going to share with y'all. Okay, so over 2. Now you're getting close. This is getting more narrow, but we go over 2, under 1. So continually use this as 2 until we get up a little higher, and then we'll use it as 1. Okay. Okay, over 2, under 1. And I'm just going to put a clothespin here to kind of hold this a little bit. Okay, over 2, under 1. Over 2, under 1. Hey, Asia. Hi, sweetheart. Thanks, Nancy Brandon, for sharing. I appreciate you. Over 2, under 1. Okay, I'm going to take out these clips here because I just want to see where the pumpkin is at. I want it thick enough that you can't see through it, but I don't want to have to use 2 or 3 rolls of mesh at the same time. We just pull that. If at any time you don't like the way the layering is, you can tuck and roll and do all that stuff. But look what a nice thing it's making here. Okay, just over 2, under 1. So we want it to still mesh down quite a bit. Okay, over 2, under 1. Okay, so under this one here, I need to add, I'm going to have to add my roll. So over 2, under 1. So that's where I need to put it. So I'm keeping my thumb kind of where it needs to go. Now this roll that I started off with wasn't a full roll, so I might have to open up another roll and finish. But just gather your end together. Keep your thumb for your measurement. Use your zip tie. Oh, Valerie, you ordered a case of them? I went to my Dollar Tree and bought all they had, which was only $19 at the time, I think, or something. So, all right, and then we will trim about a ½ inch away from your zip tie. Okay, this time I'm just going to finish what's on the roll. So pull it out. Okay. All right. Thanks, Kara. You're so awesome. All right, so over 2, under 1. Okay. Now we're getting taller and taller up on this pumpkin. And I am going to need to keep these things down a little bit more because I'm not ready to come up that high yet. So I just want to keep these down a little bit. Okay, bring that to where it was there. So this part is a little cumbersome and it takes a little bit of time to get it done, but you really do come out with a really cool effect. I like doing mesh a little bit differently sometimes because you know we all you know are always constantly looking for new ideas. Now it's important that that stays behind there. We don't really want it sneaking out. Okay, under 2, or under 1, over 2. Okay, so now here it gets to a trickier bit. So we have over 2, under 1. Now at some point these two are going to become one, but not yet. Pull this down a little bit and wait until you get up a little higher before you do that. It'll just look better. The ends will look more finished if you're good about not giving into it too quickly. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to look at this and I can't look at your comments very much, so I'm sorry I'm not looking very often, y'all. But if you have any questions that I don't answer, please message me afterwards and let me know that you have a question or so. So, but for you, those of you who are just joining, these are 2 Dollar Tree pumpkin forms sitting on top of a 14-inch wreath form. And we are doing a weave going over 2, under 1. To get this lovely layered look that we're getting. And this is fabric mesh that I'm using right now. And just look at that lovely layering we've got there. Okay, this will probably be the last time I use this as 2. From now on, I'll probably use it as 1. So I'm going over 2, under 1. So I'm just going to bring this down, stick it in there, and pull it out. Over 2, under 1. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to let it now start getting tighter and smaller at the top. So over 2, under 1. So let it come up a little bit. It's going to catch it right here. That's why we went in between those. Do you see that? So it's only going to let it come up so far. That's why you want to, don't use this as just 1 too early. Okay? So now we may have to, let me see. So you have to plan ahead just a little bit. So if I go over 2, under 1, okay, I'm still good. Because sometimes when you start to get around the corner as it comes up, you got to make sure you just don't go under the same one twice. So over 2, under 1. And see, and this one won't scrunch any further up than that. So over 2, under 1. I just want to say that I did not start with a full roll of mesh. This had a little bit taken out of it. So this is just fabric mesh that I purchased at a craft outlet online. And the cauldron I did in basic mesh, 21-inch mesh. Instead of using Dollar Tree mesh, I used that mesh because it was cheaper to do it that way. So over 2, under 1. So now I'm going to make this 1 instead of 2. So we're just going to do that. So we're just coming up, 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 up. And I think you guys can get the, you know, the rest of it from there. So over 2, under 1. And then I will use part of another roll of mesh to probably just do one more loop around there. So then you have this beautiful layered look. I love it. I love it. Hi, Linda. First time watching. Thanks. Babette, thank you so much for sprinkling the love. Elaine, welcome. Hi, Lori. So this is what I did to get the effect on the cauldron. Okay, so you still have the lovely layered look. I just did that one in orange because I have another tutorial that I'm going to teach you on doing a fall centerpiece that'll be way different than this. So stay tuned for the next one. Okay, so the only thing that I did differently is I did some rolls on the bottom of this to make it look like flames. Okay, so once you get the foundation down, then you're totally free to create whatever you want. And the way I did that was I just took 10-inch mesh. Now just the opposite is in effect here. If you have black fabric mesh, I would use that on the cauldron. I just didn't have any. And if you have regular deco mesh in the orange and red, I would use those down here instead of fabric mesh because it would give a little bit better flame effect than what I have here. So there's just a helpful tip. So there's one of 2 ways that you can do the flames down below. So all I did was rolled out about 10 inches of the 10-inch mesh. And in case you're ever wondering, you know, does it really make a difference in what kind of mesh I use? The mesh makes all the difference in the world. So it really does, you know, it can make or break a design. So all I did here was I made like little bundles. So I took the 10-inch mesh and I rolled it and put them together. Okay, put them together. I put a tie around it, and then I fastened the tie onto the frame. Okay, so that's all I did, is I made little bundles and I fastened them to the frame. There's another way you could have done the flames that might be kind of fun, which I might do my next one like this if I have regular deco mesh and not the fabric mesh for the flames, is you can take and go from corner to corner, right? Take them both and go from corner to corner. So then you get, you know, you can crisscross them or do whatever you want. And you could put these down there and you would get a little bit more kind of flamey effect. So that's completely up to you, whatever you choose. If this would have been regular deco mesh, then I probably would have done that. And you can take your edges just like you do with ribbon, and you can seal your edges. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated area or take it outside would be my recommendations. So, all right, so now we're this far. Now what? So it still didn't look completely like a cauldron to me. Hey, y'all. Oh, somebody's getting pumpkins. Oh, yeah, y'all. Getting pumpkins, yeah. Mine was not scrolling my messages. I was way up at the top. Okay. Oh, thanks for sharing my Etsy. Who did that? Kara. Kara, you're so awesome. I love you. Kara from Kara, put your thing in here since you're doing all this work for me, okay? Share your stuff on here. Kara's helping me, y'all, and she does great work. So what I did, I live on a farm, and I realize not everybody, you know, lives on a farm, but everybody has like water hoses, right? From when you water your plants and stuff, I'm assuming. So what I did is I went out and I've got some irrigation tubing, which is kind of like a hose. And what I did was I drilled 2 holes in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this wire that we used earlier and cut it into 3s, I think. So I'm just going to take this wire and go through the holes that I created. Well, hopefully. Let me see, y'all. I got to get my glasses. I don't see very well without them. Close up, anyway. So, okay, come on now. Oh, well, you say hole goes all the way across. It should be easy, right? Okay, so I came through that one, and I'm going to go down into the one next to it. Okay. Now there's a reason why I went like this instead of around it. Let me just share that with you here. And then you're just going to give it a twist, a couple of twists so that it's not going to come off. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing to this next one. Just down and across, and then down on this side, and across. Okay. Okay, come on. Oh, for heavens to Betsy. Come on. That's not it. Okay. sometimes the cost of doing things live is patience. Okay, so you see how it's going this way, and then we're just going to twist it in the back several times. So now what you need to decide is, do I need to make this a little bigger? Okay. Now, oh crap. What did I do? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry. Okay. Sorry. Whew. I did something and lost you, and like YouTube was coming up and all kinds of stuff. So you just need to decide where you want these coming out from and how tall you want it. So I'm going to choose to put it down into the inside of the frame here, down there, and then over here I'm going to go down in here. Now if you just have water hose at home, you can just paint it black and get the same effect. So I like them about there. So I'm just going to tip it over. I'm going to take those wires and attach them to these wire frames. Hold on. Oh, come on. Oh, hold on. And then you just wrap it around one of these poles, come out the side there and just give it some twists, and then push the wires back in there and you'll never see it. So that one's in. Then we'll do the same thing with this one. This was closer to me, so this one's a little easier. So just make sure to push your wire back inside so nobody gets nicked. Okay. So now I've got my handle, and it's all, you can carry it by that. So look at that. So now we've got that. That is so cool, right? Nice. And then I'll go in later and I'll glue it to where it is so that it doesn't move up and down anymore. So there's your basic cauldron. Anybody can take this idea and you can decorate from here and come up with your own designs and your own cool ideas. So, man, my thing is not scrolling with y'all. Now, so this is what I came up with for that. So now let me get my little basket here of goodies. So I have chosen a few things. I've chosen to use this hat. This hat I got at Craft Outlet. These legs I bought last year at Michael's, but they do have them at Michael's this year too. So I've got those handy dandy things. And I've got a bat that I got from Dollar Tree that I thought would look cool up on the handle. A couple of eeks, maybe. And I have all these balls. What am I going to do with all these balls? Well, I have all different sizes. Let me just pour them out here. So I've got all these different size balls. So she's usually doing like something. The witch is usually making something, you know, a potion or something like that. So I'm going to take all these balls and glue them in. And I've got all different kinds and sizes, and I've got, you know, clear ones and stuff. So we're just going to make like a bubbly brew in here first. Let's see, where am I at? How long have I been on here? Y'all still with me? Do you want me to finish it? So anyway, and then I picked up some brown spiders because they'll pop, right? So we'll do a bubbly brew, and then we'll stick the witch stuff in here kind of on top of some of the bubbles and then coming out from in between some of the bubbles. So that's my idea. Oh, Christy, you and I must think alike. Yeah, you got to have the bubbles, right? I don't know why mine's not. My things are not scrolling up. Facebook is doing something. So, and then, of course, I had to make a couple of bows. So, since this is a table, so this is going to be a centerpiece that I envision like on a table. So I'm going to put it on my dining table if it doesn't sell. So I wanted it to be a little pretty, you know. So on the ends, I've got this bow that I've made, and I've got one on that end, and I've got one on this end. So as I'm putting the bubbles out, I need to kind of remember that I've got my bow over here and bow over here that I'm going to put on. So we've got all different colors. I've got purples, couple purples, green even, and then y'all, if you get these at Dollar Tree, let me show you. Comes in a little tube like this. It comes with 2 eyeballs and then some other colors, and then there's black ones and orange ones and stuff. But these eyeballs are so cool, so cool. So I thought, you know, we're going to throw a couple eyeballs in there. It's just going to be fun, right? So let's get started. Glue, glue, glue. Now you got to have lots and lots of glue now. I usually just use my glue pot, but it might be a little faster tonight if I use this, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. Actually, probably not. So I pull my glue pot over a little closer to me. I also got these spiders. We might do that instead. Aren't they fun? That was from the Dollar Tree also. They have fun, cool, cute little things. Stay. I was afraid this is going to take maybe longer than I want to spend on waiting for those to cool. So just take off the ends of these and I am just going to dip so I can hold a few at a time so they cool. I do have some eyeballs that are glow in the dark. Oh, I think I might have used them on my last live actually, or the one I did, the live I did with my granddaughter. But I did have some. So I've got different sizes, and then I have really little balls too that that I'll put in there for like smaller bubbles. This may just take too long. Come on, guys, stay. I had to get out, so I have out right now all of my Halloween, fall, and Christmas. My area is a disaster. Total disaster. Totally, totally, totally. All right. I want this ball, this eyeball. And we'll just do one side tonight, okay, just for time purposes. And but you want to make sure you actually like duplicate it on both sides, because it's a centerpiece. It goes on the table or whatever. So you just want to make sure that you Yeah, because this is going to take too long waiting for the glue to cool. So you get the idea, right? Okay. So the witch's hat, I'm going to be adding a lot more bubbles, guys. The bubbles are going to be like crazy all over. So this was bought at Craft Outlet. And it's got all these fun balls. Isn't that fun? Just a cute little hat. All those balls. So I'm going to cut this a bit and pick an area. And I was hoping to go in between. So I'm going to bend that a little bit. You've got all those layers of mesh to get through, so it might take some dangling. Okay. And I'm going to take and put these on both sides of the cauldron here, the handle. You just manipulate them to do what you want them to do. Now obviously the witch is only going to be basically on one side, so you'll have to come up with like kind of something else to do on the other two sides. And what I've done is I've chosen to take one leg and have it angled. And I'm going to stick this through the mesh. So this is your time-consuming part, y'all. It's going to be really time-consuming doing all of this. I'm just giving you an idea, and I'll finish it and I'll post pictures of it later. And tomorrow it should be available in my Etsy. So then I think we'll just have one leg kind of, actually we want to put both legs on one side because we don't want to like looking provocative or anything. So in order to get things where you want them and to get through all the mesh, it's going to take a little bit of doing. Okay, so bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Okay, and I think we'll do a bat up here. Let me just kind of set them there for a minute. See if I like them. We'll see if that works. Not sure, but we'll see once we get her legs going. I'll bend this leg down a little bit to kind of, see, can I do that? There we go. Then we'll bring this guy here. Nice. Okay, so then we're going to put a bow on there. Yes, I will glue the picks. I won't, if I actually finish this tonight, you'll be with me another hour. So everything gets glued in. So the picks will be glued in, the bat will be glued, her legs will be glued. Everything will be completely in there and secure. Let's see. Let me throw in a couple of these small bubbles so you can see what adding the small bubbles will do. Oh my goodness, this could be such a mess if you're not careful. You kids. Okay, so I did want to do some gold, and we'll do a big green one. So in between, like where your things, some of your bubbles come together, throw in a couple little ones. You know, don't be afraid to throw in some little ones to go kind of in between the big ones, and then we're going to do like a little cluster of small ones. So we're just going to fill that full of bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Everywhere. Bubbles. And then you're going to take your bow, if you decide to make a bow. So I'm going to turn it this way. So when I made my bow, I just figured on the bow being here. Now you can attach it to the top, or you can attach it in here to the wires, which I'm not sure what I want to do yet. Not sure if I actually want it on the handle or not, but I'll put it there tonight to see how that looks. Okay. So I brought in the harlequin from the hat, and then I brought in polka dots for all the bubbles to incorporate all kinds of fun colors that I knew I was going to have in the bubbles and stuff. And then we will fluff out the bow a little better later. So you get the point, right? And then you can do anything you want with these. Oh boy, that's dangerous. You can put, so your bow, when you're doing your bow, you can leave them straight and dovetail them. You can curly them so that they come down spirally. You can turn them so they come out like this at all different levels, right? Or you can choose to make it kind of creepy. At Halloween, I tend to make mine try to be a little more creepy. So I'll like bend up my ribbon to kind of make it kind of creepy looking, and I'll dovetail the ends. So that will just give it a nice effect when you're looking at it from the front to see all those wavy lines. So anyway, so that is my idea of a cool cauldron that you can and show you how it turned out when I'm all done. But it's going to take me probably another hour at least to get it done, because you got to wait for the glue to dry. So anyway, there she is. I will show you the rest tomorrow. So we should get to the fun bit, right? Who wants to be able to win some of the signs with bows today? So, all right, remind me, I'm going to push her back. Actually, I'm going to put her on the floor. All right. So, how many did we get up to tonight? Who was paying attention? What did we get up to? Anybody remember? All right. So I remember, what did we get up to? Gosh, I don't remember. I'll have to look. All right, so I've got a couple of signs here, and I will give out, let me see. Let me go grab a couple of more signs so you can see. Okay, since it was Halloween themed, we are going to do, oh, thanks, Kara. We are going to do probably like Halloween themed signs. So, and I will do a small bow for each one of the signs. So Kara says we got up to 326. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Okay, So that means 6 signs. So I will be picking 6 people tonight. Okay? So 6 people will get a sign, a Halloween sign, and a bow. So, and I'm not going to tell you which one you're going to get or anything. I'll take your names and addresses and send you one, and it'll be a surprise in the mail. So how I'm going to choose is, so whoever's left on here, your chances are great, right? Because now there's only 79 people watching. So you're going to say, you're going to send in a message here, and you're just going to say, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. And I'm going to look at the camera, and then I'm going to look over, and the first name I see, I'll tell you that you need to PM me with your name and your address. Okay? So that's how it will be. So I'll give you a few minutes to kind of get yourselves together. So if you want a sign, pick me, pick me, pick me. So send that through, and I'll watch the camera for a few minutes. I'm not looking at my screen. And so I'm just going to look over, and the first name. Now, if you don't want to be picked, don't say anything. Just don't message right now, okay? So I'm going to look over, and hopefully it's been scrolling. Ready? First name I see is Jeanette Quick Spears. Jeanette Quick Spears. So okay, keep going. Keep saying pick me, pick me, pick me. I've got 5 left to choose. Okay? So I'm going to look. Now, Brenda Glover. Brenda Glover. Okay, keep saying it. Keep saying it. Okay, we've got 4 left. Ready? Now, Cara Whitley. Cara, you won. Okay. All right, keep going. We got 3 left. 3 left. All right. 3 left. And now, Alicia Ray. What? Alicia? Alicia Ray. All right, that's 4. 2 left. Okay, keep them coming. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Don't give up. Don't give up. All right. Oh my God, I just lost my feed. What? If y'all can see me, I saw, I just lost it. Dang it. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Ready? Now, Christy Marseque. Christy Marseque. If your name kind of sounds like that, you won one too. And I don't even know how to spell your name, but message me. All right, you won. All right, so keep them coming. Last one. Last one is Brandy Bass. Brandy Bass. There you go, y'all. There's the 6 people. Now, you have to message me your name and address today. So tonight, when you get done with the live, message me. Because I can't just hold on to it or hold on to it or hold on to it. I'll give it to somebody else. So message me your name and your address, and I will send you. So here's 4 of them. I have to look through my signs and get 2 more. So it might be a duplicate of one of these. Actually, it probably will be. So this is what you get. I want to tell you all, I appreciate you guys so very, very much. And I had so much fun. I hope you learned like a new technique, and you can take that and make all kinds of different things. Wait till you see how the orange one is going to turn out. I don't know if I'm going to do it Friday or if I'll wait till next week to do it. But it's going to be, it's going to look completely different than the one we just did tonight. And it involves some Dollar Tree little waste baskets and all kinds of different things. So tune in. It was so much fun, and I appreciate you, Kara. Thank you so much for kind of taking care of me tonight and everything, and I'm so happy that you won one too. So I appreciate y'all. Please share my page and everything, and I'm really trying to get my YouTube page going. Pretty soon I'm only going to do some tutorials that'll be exclusive to YouTube, so please go to Christelle's, that's apostrophe S, Christelle's Country Creations on YouTube and subscribe. And I appreciate y'all so much. You blew my mind tonight with the amount of people that were watching. Totally blew my mind. And cost me a lot of money too, but that's okay. That's all right. I'll send these out in the mail, and I hope you all enjoy them. Take care and have a safe night, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.